ladies and gentlemen. It's Christelle Martinette here. This is just a brief intro to the reading. I'm going to be using 3 different decks for the month of August. Tarot of the Obscure Fables. I've used them before. You've seen them before. The Angel Tarot and the Sibylla of the Mysteries. Then I'll have the runes here with me. This is Tiger's Eyes, and that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your subscriptions, your new subscribers, welcome, and old subscribers, thank you for your support. If you want a reading, it's readings at ChristelleMartinette.com, or go to my website and you'll get all the information. www.ChristelleMartinette.com. On to the readings. Hello, Aquarius. We have your reading for the month of August. Aquarius for the month of August. Aquarius for the month of August. These were shuffled offline. I like to do them online as well. I shuffle them once I finish another reading, and then before I start, I shuffle again. Now I have the Angel Tarot for the month of August. Aquarius for the month of August. Aquarius for the month of August. Stubborn cards. One more. They're dying to come out. Oh, and the Sibylla cards, the mysteries. Sibylla of the mysteries. Okay, let me show you these cards. We have, first card, the Ace of Swords. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles. The Eight of Wands. A beautiful card. 8 of Wands. The Seven of Swords. And then I have 2 Sibylla cards. One is the Ancora Spezzata, the broken anchor, and then L'Ufficiale, the official. Let me take these one at a time and see what they are and what they're telling us. We have this first Ace of Swords here, which is an air sign. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is you. You are very, very prominent in this spread. We have 1, 2 swords here, and 1, 2, 3. We were just missing the cups. We have the other 3 suits, the pentacles, and the other 2 suits, pentacles and wands. You enter the month asking yourself, I want to know the truth. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. There's no turning back. Now is the time when I decide exactly what I'm doing. Any stone that was left unturned, you need to turn that stone over, and you need to see what the sign is. What is it telling you, those stones? You're after the truth. You're after not a redefinition of yourself, okay? So it's not about redefining yourself and who you are, but it's about knowing. You need to know. You need to know. You actually need to know. And there will be the case that many of you pick up the phone and just say, well, look, Marlene, I haven't seen you in such a long time, and I repeatedly have written to you. What's going on? How are you, first of all? And you put yourself in a situation just to receive the messages, because it could be with a man, it could be with a woman, of course. And the way you act on it is this Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a card that will have you moving forward systematically in turning every single stone along your way in the month of August. What's very interesting is this card here, the Eight of Wands, because the Eight of Wands talks to us about the actual month and what is your context. What are you working with, and who are those people around you? This is the Eight of Wands, and it's Mercury in Sagittarius. And Sagittarius period is the 21st of November to the 20th of December. And it's Mercury in Sagittarius, and it's all about the mind, it's all about communication. And again, with the swords and with this Mercury in Sagittarius, you very, very, very quickly are after what you need to know. It is going to precipitate all of the things you need to know in order for you to move forward are going to occur to you during that Sagittarius period, the end of November, the first half of December. And your emotions, what are they looking like? Well, we have the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords is Moon in Aquarius, the Moon in Aquarius. So you hear the Moon is all about your emotions, per se, all about things that are hidden. And those are the objects, the elements, the thoughts that you're battling against. Because there's nothing worse for you in this period than not knowing and not knowing precisely. And we all know that we cannot know everything. But even if we don't know that, I'm telling you, we're only human, and I'm trying. With my work, I am trying, but I know full well, because I do this work, that the cards will systematically tell me, nope. The Moon card comes up. All right, lady, you can't get past this. This is something you're not supposed to know at this current time. But it's a battle for you to be able to gather that information at an emotional level. So your emotions really are conditioned by the elements of your knowledge at hand, what you have. Then in the house of change here, these two Sibylla cards, this broken anchor does talk about tears, does talk about sadness, news that is not favorable to you, worries, concerns, talks about having to move away from someone dear to you. It also talks about a response that you didn't expect. You wanted to have better news, but you didn't get that. But when it's paired with the official, how does it affect you? It affects you with, it's a challenge. These are secrets that create a challenge for you. The more you get news that is not of your liking, the more that you onward, it's like onward Christian soldiers. We need to know, we need to get to the bottom of this. Why? Why? And there also here is, however, the element, like the Seven of Swords, that you're going to be battling against windmills like Don Quixote, because there are things that you don't know and things that you will not be able to know. And that is going to eat at you more than anything else in the month of August. But I just have these cards in front of me, and I really this card, the Eight of Wands here, that Mercury in Sagittarius, is a very, very positive sign. It does give you the direct, it points you directly to the Sagittarius period, telling you, look, hold your horses, Aquarius, because the cavalry is coming to help. Now I'm going to take a few Sibylla cards on these cards, and one has come out for the Ace of Swords. And over the Ace of Swords I have Il Nobiluomo, the nobleman, and the the village, il villaggio. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean a person here, this nobleman, but it is something of value if it's not a person. There could be a person here that it is of value to you, a person from the arts, from literature, from a literary person, a scientist of some sort, a very important person that is of influence to you, an influential person in society, but it also concerns a responsibility that you have. And cited by this villaggio, it means a responsibility that you have to people near or far. And this is talking about those who are a bit farther, because I see there's movement here. I see that you are planning a move away after the month of August, and there is professional activity that is being taken care of. Your interests, you're taking up opportunities because opportunities are being offered you in the month of August. But there is some unfinished business that you need to take care of that you're thinking about in the month of August. I'm going now to that Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, we have this cute card, very, very cute. The girl and the cat, la ragazza e il gatto, and the nido, the nest here. And the girl and the cat talk about sudden surprises, and they could be either positive or negative here. Surprises, sometimes in a negative sense, they could be delays of concerning things that you're expecting. It could be concerning relatives and friends that have not contacted you when you really did want to see them, but then you're at an impasse. You're at a point where you have to leave suddenly and you won't be able to see them. Things like that, and paired with this nido, this nest here, we're talking about sincerity, we're talking about loyalty and devotion, and it is a lot about friendship. The spread reeks, it smacks of friendship and loyalty to very, very close family members and friends. And sentiments. I'm not talking about emotions, but I'm talking about sentiments. The heart. What the heart. And, you can arguably say, well, they're the same thing, sentiments and emotions. Well, emotions run deep. Sentiments are a little bit more superficial, if I can venture for my reading here to give you a definition of the difference here. Sentiments are those things that you think about, you care about, but you have to make decisions on, and you can leave those behind. Emotions run really deep, and those would hurt you if you had to leave somebody who you had an strong emotional tie with. I'm going to take some cards over this 8 of Wands here now. And we have omaggio, the gift, and the messaggero, the messenger. It's undoubtedly the case that I could say, okay, you're going to receive something, but it's not only a matter of something coming your way, some person, a man or a woman who's warming up to you and courting you, this old-fashioned word, courting you. But it also means something like a reconciliation, even maybe bring an engagement of some sorts, some kind of a recovery of a situation, of an emotional bond, of a romantic, there you go. So I'm putting sentiments, romance, and emotions on 3 different levels of a romantic bond, a recovery of that. You'll be getting information from people that you were once tied to romantically, and it will come as a surprise, a positive surprise, that will start to enact changes that will be very swift in moving forward. There is this 7 of Swords that I do want to look at. And what do I have here? I've got denaro, which is money, and il sacerdote, the priest here. Now, differently from the other Sibylla deck, these talk slightly about, yes, money is money is money, but it also talks about well-being in general, finding a solution to something, a victory that comes your way. However, this is the emotional house. And the emotional house is a house where, let's say, if it's true that you recover a relationship from the past, this is a success for you here. And the priest does talk of morality. You may be involved with the person who's married, and that is cause for concern for you, and it will rear that situation, the idea of that will rear its ugly head, and you'll see that as an event that's not very clear. It's in the gray area, and you have trouble dealing with that in a straightforward manner. But this is the card of an emotional, in the emotional house. It talks of emotional, the emotional thoughts that you have toward a sense of morality. And if you have never thought of that situation before, have going out with a married person, but this is the month in August that will start to eat at you, and you may decide against that, because we have in the house of change, we have the broken anchor here. Now, I'm going to take the runes and cast them to see what they have to add. Okay. All right. So, now, of all of the runes, I've got 7 runes here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 runes are Merkstave, turned over, Merkstave. And that's not good, that's not bad, but it does give you a different take on the reading. And first of all, over your knowing, this Ace of Swords, and the fact that you are on a mission to know, get the answers to something that you just are not able to know. I have Lagos, Lagus, Merkstave, and that is telling you, Aquarius, that it's going to be rough going, that in the month of August you will not know, you will only know a part. For example, an example is about this situation with a married person, involvement with a married person, where, by the way, there is Wunyo Merkstave, and Wunyo talks about this sadness that will come your way in relation to that. All in all, that relationship is a positive one, but the situation in itself, in and of itself, is going to cause you concern, and the morality of that situation. There is an interesting rune here, Peridro, which means, and it's Brightstave, it talks about you, on the one hand, most of your whole person, most of it's not only 50%, 80% of you knows what I already said to you. It knows it. You may not want to admit it to yourself, but you know that it's capable of occurring. But there is that 20%, that innate quality, Aquarius, that keeps you on the mission to know. So it's good to remember that you have the feeling, and you have the knowledge that there are things you just cannot know. Also, in line with Lagos Merkstave, I said that tells you it's not easy going. I have here Bjork Berkana Merkstave, which tells you new plans do not get off the ground in the month of August, but they do further on down the line, and it could be very well in the Sagittarius period, which I mentioned, the 21st of November to the 12th for the 20th of December. Now, I've got two more runes. One is this Rido Merkstave. This is a journeying rune, and this too also, similar to Bjork Berkana, will tell you that you're not moving forward at this present time, but staying in your place, staying in place. This is Fehu Brightstave, will bring you abundance, will bring you much that you need. Staying where you are in the month of August will bring you so much that is necessary for your journey, your soul journey forward. Now, wonderfully, we've got Diag here in the center of this casting, and Diag tells you that if you can rein in that 20%, that 80% of knowing, and know that you know, and quell your desire to want all of that information now. If you're able to do that, it's going to come back to you like a joy and like a wonderful sense of accomplishment. The fact that you were able to ride the wave of your karma, ride the wave of your soul's journey. Recognize that your soul is on a journey that may be different from what your thoughts are leading you to believe. Now, it's interesting the way these have all played out. And you want to know. So the quest, let's say, in August is wanting to know. You want to know. That is basically what the cards are telling you with these back stories, Aquarius. I do hope this was of help to you. It was a pleasure to read for you. Namaste, and until we read together again, bye-bye.